and foremost, some of you might be a little confused what we're saying when we say transportation maintenance. So automotive is a term we've used a lot, but we didn't feel it was quite inclusive enough. We know there's a lot of users out there working on aircraft maintenance, working on heavy duty farm equipment maintenance, semi-truck, all those sorts of users and mechanics out there. We weren't just going after auto, we're going after that entire market. And really, we've been in this market for a while, and it really started with two products. So, little history lesson, this is our 2401, and this is our 2663. High torque impact wrench, and then our M12 screwdriver. These were originally developed for our core trades, like mechanical users, doing pipe flanges, people doing electrical boxes, but someone on the sales team had the bright idea to say, this looks like it could take off the lugs on my car. And you know what, it did, and it did a great job. And ever since then, we haven't looked back. If you look up behind me, we are now the industry leaders in cordless technology in the shop, and we're not stopping at all from this point forward. So, what makes Milwaukee Tool different compared to the rest of our competitors? I'll give a quick analogy. Who here has seen Gone in 60 Seconds, the movie? Alright, so when I was younger, I saw that movie, and one car really stood out to me, Eleanor. I'm sure you guys all have heard of that car, seen that car. But the 1967 Ford Mustang GT500, that car got me going. And I know a lot of you share that same passion when you think about cars, and you're just really excited about the technology and the experience that you have when you drive a car. And that's really how we feel about the technology that we're bringing to our power tools. So when you look around you, every single one of these products is innovation packed in it that most power tools haven't seen since the 1960s. Yes. And since we're talking about that, it's crazy to think that the same technology that you're using to work on a car in 1967 with pneumatic power tools is that same technology you're using today in the shop, most of you out there. So we're here to say that that's going to be a thing of the past. If you haven't already converted over to a cordless Milwaukee tool, we're seeing a lot of people doing that as we speak. And we're not done right now with just the power tools we have on the market. We're developing innovation every single day that's going to deliver new power tools to the market, make your users more productive, and make everyone's lives a little bit better. So, that said, my name is Mark Kelly. I work on our cordless fastening team here at Milwaukee Tool. I do a lot of our products here for automotive. We're going to walk through the M12 Field Die Grinder, which is a brand new product coming out October 1st. We're going to walk through the Extended Reach Ratchet, which is Zach Walsh is over here going to talk through with that. He's also going to hit on the M18 Extended Anvil Control Torque Impact Wrench with one key. You can thank him for that mouthful of a name.
Guys, it rolls right off.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We have two products over here as well. Eric Roos is going to talk through those. It's our digital torque wrench on the M12, and then also our 1-inch high torque, which you all saw last year. And then finally, we're not just bringing power tools, we also have innovation in the hand tool department. Brian Dole's going to talk about that with some new sockets and ratchets and steel storage. So, that said, you guys came here to see product, right? You're not hearing me talk? Unless you did, I can keep going. Alright, so gather around here. We're going to go ahead and start off with the M12 Field Die Grinder. So, we spend a lot of times in the shops, and really, when we go out, the demand has been unreal. People are using our ratchets, they're using our high torque, they're using our stubby impact wrenches, and they're asking what's next. What else can you guys bring to the market? And we saw that in pretty much every single one of these boxes, someone had a die grinder, or someone had 2 or 3 die grinders, 4 die grinders over here. All right. So this is a market that right now there's no great cordless solution. There's some onesie twosies here and there that are not delivering what you want and what a professional expects. So we're happy to bring the industry's first cordless die grinder that's going to deliver that power, the run time, the size, and the control that you expect from your power tools. So first and foremost, when I went to the shop and asked people, hey, what do you want from a cordless die grinder? First thing, it needs to perform just like my pneumatic die grinder. I need that power. We're happy to say we're putting out 20% more power than a pneumatic market leader on the marketplace. So you can take my word for it, or we can do a quick demo if you guys like to show that. All right. So whoever would like to come up and help, whoever has a spare hand, come on up.
I want to mess with this.
All right. Who we got here? Justin?
Yeah.
All right. Let's give Justin a round of applause real fast. All right. So safety first. Thank you. Up here we have a demo that's going to show you what the market leader is capable of versus the M12 Field Die Grinder. So when I turn the switch over here, these are both going to turn on, and we're going to add weights to each side, see which one's able to put up through this torture test. So Justin, what we'll have you do here is just to add a weight on top here.
Just one?
Yep, just one at a time.
Okay.
And we're going to see how that goes. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. you can see, the pneumatic diagram is already starting to bog down. And this is representative of how hard you can push on that product before it's actually going to stop. So Justin, you mind if I borrow some of your weight?
Yeah, here, take some of this. Because this thing is junk.
It's not going too well for it, is it?
No.
So we can get about double the weight on here before it even shuts down, and it's finally just shut off. That's a direct representation of that power you can get from a battery pack that is that small and fits in a tight spot, yet is able to outperform the pneumatic diagrander. So that's going to be something that users will absolutely appreciate, is you're not going to sacrifice performance. Runtime's another thing that everybody asks about. This thing's got great power, but can it have the runtime? So we did a little runtime test. We were able to get over 250 linear feet of gasket removal on one 2.0 charge. So to put that into perspective, we estimate that's about 5 transmissions, taking off gasket around 5 different transmissions with one 2.0 charge. So if you're working harder than that, maybe you have a bigger surface area, we also offer 3.0, 4.0, 6.0 battery packs on top of that. So got you covered on the runtime side, no problem. So big thing was users were saying, hey, you've got speed control on the back of your tools, right? It'd be great if we could dial in the RPM. So right now, with the pneumatic diagrander, your best way to check how fast you're going is to kind of just feather the trigger, right? There's a little air outlet on the back, but at the end of the day, you don't really know how fast you're spinning. And each one of these accessories up here has a manufacturer rating of your max RPM that you're supposed to be operating at. Didn't know that? Well, now you know, so you can operate a little bit safer out there. So we did a quick landscape and survey of what the most common accessories are and dialed in those RPMs around those accessories. So mode 1 is going to spin at 10,000 max RPM. Mode 2 is going to be at 15,000 RPM. Mode 3, 20,000. And then mode 4, all out RPM is 25,000. So you got 0.3 horsepower and 25,000 RPM from the right angle diagrander. Plenty of power to get the job done, and also in a more controlled manner. Finally here, access and mobility. So we have some great videos of us doing some prototype testing, users getting the tool, trying to find something to do, and doing one of these, reaching for their air hose, and guess what, they don't need it anymore. And that's a great feeling for us when we go out into the shop and get that type of feedback from the user, how happy they are that there's no hose. But the big thing was this needs to be compact. So front to back here, we designed it to be fit into a tight spot, but the height of the product as well is also something that's going to allow you to easily store this. We know a lot of you are putting these in your tool chest. So at the end of the day, you go ahead and just drop her in there, and you're all done, and move on to the next side of the shop and keep your day going. What's that?
Gonna need a 6-pack.
We're gonna need a 6-pack. All right.
We're gonna need
Multiple.
a 6-pack.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, because it sucks changing the things over.
Accessories, yeah.
That's why I have 4. Is
Yes.
dedicated to each kind of.
We're happy to have each one of you guys get at least 4 to 6. That's
Yes,
totally fine with
6-pack.
that. Yes, we appreciate that. I'll put that as our next pack to sell. So all this is coming out October 1st. Be on the lookout for it. There will be an inline version coming as well. So that's just going to be a little bit late fall, about 3 months after. So January 2020, you can expect that one. Yes, inline version as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Price points still yet to be determined. We've got some things in flux right now outside of our control in the market that we're looking to take price into consideration, but it should be right around where your stubbies or your ratchets are. Just put a ballpark.
So 175, give or take.
Give or take. That's probably a good price, something around there.
By
So,
10%. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
depends if you get the 6-pack though, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. If you
that
get
might
a
be a little bit
6-pack,
more.
I should get a deal.
Okay, hey, you call me up, we'll get you a deal.
6-pack.
Yeah, the kit's going to come with 2 batteries in there, 2 2.0s and a charger, and then it will also be sold as a bare tool as well. All right, so thanks you guys for listening. We're going to kick it over here to Zach. He'll talk to you about the extended reach diagram.
You guys pivot around here real quick.
Dude, this thing, this is amazing.
Hey, you can stay up here for that.
Yeah, we're getting it.
Get that corner if you want, sir.
Perfect. All right, before I dive into this, guys, I just gotta let you know how excited I'm to have you here. I've been waiting for my auto guys to show up all week long, so it's pretty awesome to have you here. Super stoked about it. All right, so as you guys are well aware, Milwaukee Tool is the industry leader in cordless ratchets. Back in 2011, we launched our first ratchet with the intention of replacing that hand tool ratchet into a cordless ratchet. but our users jumped all over that opportunity to get rid of their pneumatic ratchets and to move into cordless. First moment they had, they took that tool off the hose, threw it deep in these tool chests to keep collecting dust for years to come. So we saw that transition taking place, and we saw the need for a ratchet with additional torque. So in 2017, we launched our Fuel family of ratchets, providing that additional torque, superior durability, and that slim head profile to get deep into hard-to-reach places. But guys, we are far from done. We're not stopping. We're going to keep innovating on that space and keep providing solutions. And with that being said, guys, I'm extremely excited to be here today to introduce you guys to the newest addition to the M12 family of ratchets, the M12 Fuel Extended Reach Ratchet. This bad boy will be coming in a 1/4 inch and a 3/8 drive. And to demonstrate the benefits you're going to get from this, I'm going to call up Marky Mark to help me Vanna White through this one. He's the hardest working man in the industry. Give him a round of applause, guys.
Thank you, thank you.
He never takes a day off.
That's right.
All right. So what we did with this product is we used the M12 Fuel family as our baseline and provided that additional reach. So if you want to go over under the hood, there's a couple clear benefits here. So if you're working under hood or undercarriage, if this thing's lifted up, or under the dashboard, this tool will give you the ability to get deeper down to those hard to reach fasteners with its slim profile head and extended reach. We'll have plenty of time at the end to get more hands-on, so if you don't get a shot of it, we'll have time for it. All right, the additional added benefit for all you guys, you know if you've used a cordless ratchet, a pneumatic ratchet, whatever it might be, when you finish fastening, there's that little reactionary torque, and you get that great knuckle-busting action. Only takes one time to never forget how that feels.
I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of it. I don't do it.
No, Mark, you gotta do it. You gotta do it for the cause, man.
I can't even get it.
All right, so with this tool, you also get the added benefit of keeping your hand a little bit away from those components and protecting yourself from that knuckle-busting torque, which is gonna be a huge benefit that's gonna resonate with our guys out in the field. All right, give him a round of applause. This guy's killing it. Keep putting him to work.
I'm here for it.
Thank you, thank you. All right, guys. So we added that additional reach to this tool, but to get that reach, we didn't sacrifice any torque or any durability. So as you can see on the wall behind me, with the 3/8 drive, we have 55 foot-pounds of output, and with the 1/4 inch, we're having 40 foot-pounds of output. That should sound very familiar to you guys, because that's the same torque output on our Fuel family of ratchets. And like I said, we didn't sacrifice durability at all to get to this extended reach. We're still using all the premium components that you'll find in our Fuel family of ratchets, like the investment cast steel yoke housing, designing these tools to be extremely durable, because you guys beat the hell out of these things day in and day out. And we expect you to, and we expect them to survive. This guy and the 3/8 will be launching October 1st, just like the die grinder, coming in a bare tool and a 1 battery kit configuration, and we'll also have accessory boots to purchase as well.
Condoms.
Quarter coming out.
Condoms.
The quarter is coming out at the same time as the 3/8 on October 1st.
So both at the same time.
Yes,
Sweet.
exactly. Boots will come out at the same time as well.
Yeah, so you get condoms same day.
You can do it same day, yeah. Perfect. I encourage you to.
Most important thing.
All right, so the M12 Fuel Extended Reach Ratchets are the newest innovative solution on our M12 family of ratchets, making this the perfect addition to any technician's tool chest. It's going to kill it out there, guys. I'm real excited for this one. You guys have any questions on the ratchets?
Only 2 seconds.
Price.
Yeah, only 1/4 inch and 3/8. Perfect. All right, we're going to pivot around the vehicle to that tool cart, and I'll meet you there in a moment.
You got a price point?
We're still working through that.
Still working through that.
Actually, guys, we're going to go with Roosh across the way, and then we'll come back to me. Thank you.
All right, guys. So initially, we're going to see these two products. We want to give the people what they want, right? So first product we want to talk about is actually something that we launched and announced last year at our MPS. Okay. This has taken a while to get here, and the biggest reason is we wanted to make sure we got it right. We didn't want to put something out there that wasn't going to meet our users' expectations. So let's just address that right up front. I'm happy to announce that the world's most powerful, the world's first 1-inch tool that outputs 1,800 foot-pounds of torque, is 7 pounds lighter than a corded solution, and it eliminates the need for your pneumatic hose and compressor. Is going to be starting to ship in 2 weeks. All right, so this will be available in 2 weeks with 1,800 foot-pounds of torque. All right, quick update on that. The next product that I want to talk about is something that you guys may not have been expecting. All right, one of the most common tools that is used in a shop is a torque wrench, especially a click style torque wrench. We need to get very precise with my torque value in order for the machine, the car, the vehicle to operate correctly. Now some of the issues that we've heard is I'd sit here cranking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times just to get to 60, 80, 150 foot-pounds, right? It's a lot of time wasted, and it's a lot of muscle effort to get to 60 foot-pounds or even 150 foot-pounds, right? So what we did is we said, what can we do to improve that part of the process? And I'm excited to introduce you the world's first torque wrench with the motor. All right, it's the M12 Fuel digital torque wrench with one key. What this allows you to do is set your target torque. In this instance, I have 60 foot-pounds on the screen here. All right, I pull the trigger, the tool will shut off prior to my target torque, and then I finish it by hand, just like a normal torque wrench, to get the accuracy that I'm looking for out of this tool. All right, let's do a quick demo. So again, it's set for 60 foot-pounds. All right, it ran it down to 46. I just finished the rest of the way. I'm at 66, all right? So plus or minus 10% is usually what we see, and that's how this is set up, but you can also adjust it, so I want to be at least 60 plus 10%, at least 60 plus 20%, whatever you want, all right? We'll do that again. Run it down, and you get a notification that I've reached the targeted torque that I want.
Click or feedback, it's just all lights?
It's lights, it's sound, there's vibration in the handle, as well as the screen giving you that actual feedback as you're applying the torque, okay? Now, when you over torque, you also want to know. So, when you over torque the product, you'll also get a notification saying back that bolt off and re-torque it.
Goes pretty far.
Yeah.
Tools in Action has a question. They want to know if it will also call Uber.
Maybe the next generation will call Uber, but it will play music. No, I'm just kidding.
When is that being released?
So this is being released in November. All right, we have two versions. We have a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch drive. The 3/8 will go from 10 to 100 foot-pounds. The 1/2 inch will go from 10 to 150 foot-pounds. All right. Now that productivity savings that we talked about, that's great. But if you're not accurate, who cares? I'm excited to let you guys know that we're delivering up to 2% accuracy with this torque wrench, meeting or exceeding a lot of the click style and equaling a lot of those digital torque wrenches that are out there today, okay?
Can you switch it over to Newton meters?
Yep, you can. So the question was, can you switch it over to other units of measure like Newton meters or inch pounds? Just by a couple pushes of the button,
Wow.
I'm now in inch pounds, all right?
Does it do angle?
It does not do angle. That is the one thing it does not do, right? So you can run it down for your head bolts. You can run it down and put and get it to that torque value, but it does not have angle. So you have to use a measure for it.
Presets?
Presets. You can set whatever preset you want in here. You have 15 modes, so you can set the torque value. So if there's specific applications that you want to preset it in, you can set that up in the tool through the screen.
What's the price?
The price will be $5.99 for the pair of tools, $7.49 for the kit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Is that for either one? For the 3/8?
For either one, yep.
Either one.
Now the critical piece here, there's a lot of certification required. You have to recalibrate your torque wrenches every year. Same thing here. All right. Now you will get a paper copy, but you will also get the ability to look at your last time you had it calibrated and certified, and you'll get notified at that annual date.
Do you send it back into you to certify
It will be through us for certification, because we've heard third party usually takes a while.
Oh God!
You
might never see it again.
we are going to improve on that process.
That'd be done like at your Greenwood location.
Yep,
Right?
to
You
Greenwood. Yes.
might never see it again.
Okay.
That actually happened to me.
The screen is
I sent
protected.
a gear
Yep.
wrench
And we can get into more
saw it again.
details
Never came
in
back.
a little bit.
I had to buy a new one.
Specs on the 3/8 is 10 to 100 foot-pounds. 1/2 inch is 10 to 150 foot-pounds.
You have the ability to go down to inch pounds?
Yep. Inch pounds is right here. All right. Go to units, inch pounds, Newton meters, and kilogram centimeters just by the press of a button. I can also adjust my screen display, so I can go to a dark screen. All torque.
Dude, is this an iPhone?
It's pretty darn close. All right, we have time for more questions later. I want to turn it over to Brian now. Oh, sorry, no, to Zach, real quick. Sorry, Zach, real quick.
Irish, can I get All right, I'm back in. Perfect. All right, we've seen some great presentations so far. I'm gonna give it up for Roosh, give it up for Mark, and that guy who also did Ratchet's hell of a job over there.
Yeah, that guy was-
All right, so at Milwaukee Tool, we're very passionate about providing cordless, innovative solutions that are getting guys out of gas, out of corded, out of pneumatic, and into cordless. But as you guys are aware, in this transportation maintenance industry, it's been a little bit slower of an adoption, but that's not for the lack of trying. Every time we give our users a cordless product they can use on the job site day in and day out, they're flocking to that transition. They're getting rid of their pneumatic tools and moving cordless as quickly as they can. But there are a lot of key products in this industry that are used every single day that there's not a powerful cordless solution for. And I think the greatest example of that is the 1/2-inch extended anvil high torque. So, first off, what is this thing used for? Do you guys know?
Tires.
Perfect, yes, using the hints in the room, I love it. All the secrets are in front of you.
Flat Ray Master's on it with the tires, though, dude.
Yeah.
He's on it.
So, anytime you're taking off a tire or putting back on a tire across the industry, they're using 1/2-inch extended anvil high torques. These are about 95% pneumatic for everywhere that I've been across the country. And let's take a look at a couple of the solutions they're using today. So, first off, we have a high torque with full power in forward, full power in reverse. So for those Wisconsin rusted lug nuts, perfect tool for breaking stuff away. But you have too much power when you're fastening, so you need to use something like a torque stick to limit that output in forward. As you guys are well aware, there are specific lug nut torque values every time you're fastening a wheel back on, from 65 foot-pounds up to 150 foot-pounds. So every time you're switching between removal and fastening, you gotta fumble with the torque stick, take it off, take the socket off, put the socket back on the tool. Anybody wanna give that a try? Prove to people it's not the easiest thing in the world? Nope, nobody wants to do it on camera. I don't blame you guys. All right, so our pneumatic competition saw that is a bit of an issue, so they came up with a torque limiting impact wrench. So this thing's pretty straightforward. It limits your torque. With that, you're going to get around 80 foot-pounds in forward, but it does this by dumping a ton of air out of the back of the tool. So you're going to be running your compressor longer. It's going to be a lot louder in the shop. It's going to cost a lot more to operate, and you're going to lose some of that breakaway force as well. So if you can't get those rusty Wisconsin lug nuts off, you're going to have to go grab a breaker bar from Doyle over there, or break out our 2767, because that breaks everything away. Outside,
I said, or breaks it. It's pretty powerful.
So outside of these things being pneumatic and having a compressor and a hose, there are a ton of fundamental errors with it, and there hasn't been a great solution in the market. So I'm happy today to introduce you guys to that solution. We're giving the people what they want. We're giving them the ability to switch out a pneumatic and go cordless with the amazingly named M18 Fuel 1/2-inch extended anvil controlled torque impact wrench with one key.
we get a nickname on that? We're gonna
I'm counting on you, Justin, to come up with that nickname.
Okay, let me work on
You let me
something.
know.
Boy, that's a mouthful. Okay?
So what we're providing with this tool is controlled torque in 4 customizable modes. Before we talk about those modes, let's talk about the powerful ability we're providing there. So with the torque stick on the pneumatic tool, you are able to kind of limit your torque a little bit, but the range that you're working with is kind of all over the place. So with our blow counting sensor, which is a patented Milwaukee tool, we're able to count the blows that come out of this impact, allowing us to get a tighter range around that target torque that you're looking for. No other cordless company can provide this because this is patented by Milwaukee Tool. So it's a huge benefit we're providing. So if we talk about these 4 modes, we've optimized them for a couple different types of vehicles. Now, mode 1 is that most common one you're gonna see. It's gonna be about 85% of the modes that are used. Perfect for those sedans, you know, Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, whatever it is, keeping you under that 75 foot-pounds of torque, and then you can go back and finish it with that torque wrench. We have a few additional modes that have been a benefit for some of the guys out in the field. Mode 2 for those SUVs or work trucks. Mode 3 giving you up to that 450 foot-pounds of torque for box trucks, trailers, semi-trucks, whatever it might be. And then mode 4, you got your full 750 foot-pounds of torque in forward for those additional applications. Now, as we discussed with the pneumatic tools, for this guy, you got to take off the torque stick if you want to go to removal. For this guy, doesn't have as much torque in reverse, you might have to switch to a different tool or breaker bar. For us, all you got to do, switch the tool in reverse, and you got 1,100 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque ready to go to take everything off. So by utilizing those 4 modes, the 1,100 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque, and killing the compressor and the hose, we're providing faster tire service for our users across the industry. Guys, we're giving the people what they want. They want to go cordless, now they have a product to do it. All right, this is an exciting product. It's going to lead that transition out of pneumatic into cordless. You guys have any questions?
No, so you're saying mode 3 will do 450.
It'll keep you...
Like if you get me into like a ballpark.
So there's a range with that, right? So it's going to get you up around that 450. It's all about...
Then you just put it in mode 4 and hammer.
You can put it in mode 4 if you like. If you want to get it like a German fastener, Guten tight.
Yeah,
good to
good
go.
tight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a preference by some guys as well.
I
So we
like
give you
till
that
it
option.
rings till my ears about explode, and that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, hey, that's one strategy. Any other questions, guys? Let's kick it over to Doyle, and then we'll have time for hands-on and more questions afterwards.
I think you
Thanks,
rattled.
guys.
I think you rattled them all over there. And they're in his voices.
All right, how's everyone doing? So you saw some really cool stuff from the cordless side here with the extended reach ratchet. That digital torque wrench is really awesome. But that cool product and the innovative product does not stop with hand tools. How many of you were here last year? Quite a few of you. You saw us come with the ratchet and socket sets, 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, 3/8 drive. We did a lot of cool things with this, and the reason is because we went out and worked with your users or your viewers, and noticed one thing common about every socket. Everyone loses that 10mm socket. We talked to the users and said, hey, how can you prevent me from losing this? We worked with engineering and went back to basic geometry and figured out that round things like sockets roll away. We came up with our 4 flat side sockets a year ago, and they've been overwhelmingly successful. Why? Because it eliminates that one thing, the rolling away socket, right? If I were to put that there, it'd be all the way over in pack out already. Not only does it not roll away, but it also doubles for to be wrench ready. Car engines are getting a lot tighter, a lot smaller, so you're more restricted with space. Having the wrench ready 4 flat sides on there allows you to put a wrench on there or a pair of pliers to really get in there and get the job done without taking everything apart. So I told you we released a 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive last year. This year we're very excited to launch our 1/2 inch drive ratchet and socket sets. So they'll be available metric, SAE, and both the combination set as well as our breaker bars. So we'll have a 24 inch and a 15 inch for those really stubborn fasteners. Last night we got some questions from quite a few users that, hey, I lost my socket, how can I buy it? We've heard this from your viewers, from you guys, from distributors, from a bunch of our users that they want our open stock. So later this year, you'll see us roll out a full open stock program where we will have over 200 SKUs on the ratchet and socket sets and combination wrenches. There's a ton of opportunity in this space, and we're just getting started. 2 other things that you guys see here is our steel storage. We got into this about 3 years ago, and it's been very successful. Why? Because we look at the things that you guys are doing, and we figure out the struggles. I had a few of you come up to me and say, hey, I use that plastic version of this cart. I put a lot of heavy weight on the bottom, but it is a pain to get that 50, 100-pound pack out of the bottom. Why? Because it's a very awkward movement. You got to go down and rotate. So we put a sliding drawer on the bottom for those really heavy products like a Cordless or pack out loader with a ton of material. So that's a really great thing. It's got the full steel frame, locking drawers here, and then a few customizable components like this modular cup. Load it up with fittings if you want to, but if you've got a longer tool like a broom or a long pry bar, you can go all the way through and use that space and not have to modify it yourself. We've also got the 36-inch high-capacity steel storage unit. 18-gauge steel, and it's got 22-inch drawers. A lot of our old ones have 18-inch. There's been a demand that, hey, I want to still store more, so we're doing that with this really nice steel storage unit here. Soft side closes or soft closed drawers like you guys have come to know, love. It's got the cream soda opener on the side and the bumpers as well. So cream soda, you know, you never know what it is.
Milwaukee, it's beer.
Yep, beer. But that's rolling out now, and so is that. And then the 1/2 inch drive will be out in October. Do you guys have any questions?
Cylinder storage on there, possibly?
Say again?
Cylinder storage?
That's for like your WD-40 on the side there?
No, for like the welder on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. That's something we will look at.
Here's another idea. Have you ever thought about cutting this down to make it half the height? See, because a lot of guys, I don't want to bend over, so I sit on a stool.
Yep.
But it'd be cool, but then you have to reach up to get all your stuff. So if you made one maybe half the height,
you
know what I'm saying? Where it still had all the functionality, it was just the top of it was level with a stool. You know what I'm saying?
So could you basically design something so he doesn't have to stand up?
Yep. No, I hear. Yeah.
Or
I get it.
maybe get like a motor on it.
Yep. So like I said, we are getting. It's kind of like pack out this steel storage. We have thousands of ideas that we are working on, and it's all great input. So I guarantee you, over the next 3 years, you will see not 10 but over 100 items come out of this breakout for hand tools and storage as well. So, Mark, you want to close it out if you want it?
Yeah, let's close it out real fast.
That we came up with last year.
All right, so one quick announcement that I want to make is this car over here. I know it looks beautiful, but it's actually also here for you guys to get hands-on. So every single one of these tools that you see around us, we got. What's that?
Brian, I already told you we were here to fix it.
Whatever you guys do, that's fine. It's not going to see the road again. So go for it. Take any bolts off that you want. And we have also one exciting announcement we want to showcase here for you guys. Never announced before until exactly right now. And we know you're having a great time here in Milwaukee, but we think all of us probably have a little bit better time in Las Vegas. So we're announcing that in 2019, this year, Milwaukee Tool will have an exhibition booth at SEMA 2019, November 5th through November 8th. So we hope that all of you come out. Yeah. Let's go. So we hope that all of you will be able to come out, check out our booth, and maybe we'll see you guys in Las Vegas. So thanks for your time. Get hands-on. Hashtag. What's the hashtag, Eric?
What's that?
What's the hashtag for this section?
Whatever humble mechanic put.
Yeah, whatever humble mechanic put up there. Hashtag that.
Transportation maintenance.
Transportation maintenance. Hashtag that. Ask questions.
That was good, man.